Life is lifing to the freaking fullest. StreamYard is doing the things, all the things. And I can't even play any of my videos without paying for the upgrade. I was doing fine not paying. I canceled the subscription and I had access to all my videos, and whatever they did recently since the last time I streamed, I cannot play any of my created intros now. Hi. Welcome. This is why I clicked the live button early, because I was just like, I'm sitting here and I'm seething in this aggravation. Misery loves company, maybe, if you will. So hi, here we are. I thought I would just hit the live button and go live. It's been a hot minute, guys. How are you all? I've missed you guys. I know I see a lot of you over with Pete on Fridays and Sundays, or with Chris at night for the Daily Chill or the Free Pour, or over on Joy's channel, which she'll be going live at 8 o'clock tonight. But it's been a while since I've been here in this space with just me and just you guys. And I've missed you all. I think I'm looking for a new streaming platform because I'm not paying for it. Because that is so low down and dirty. Like, what a quick way to make a buck. Ugh. Things are not like they used to be. Anyways, hi. Again, hi. Let's welcome in the chat. I want to say hi to you guys. Plymouth Rock, hey PR, welcome in. It's good to see you. Manny Uncanny, hello there. How are you? Cakesy, it is about time. I agree. I is back. Mike Beachman, hi Mike. It's good to see you. Hope you guys are doing well. Zippy Doo Doug. Hi Doug, one of my partner channels. Welcome in, and really good friend. We're going to talk about that too. I'm just writing it down so I don't forget to touch on it. There's a lot we're going to talk about today. I don't know if I'll keep it to an hour. I don't know anybody who's going live at 4 o'clock. So if you do, please let me know so I could be courteous. And by I don't know anybody, I mean no like non-POC streamers. So that's what I mean. So Gloria Thibodeau, welcome in, Gloria. Hope you and Jason are doing well. And there he is, Jason Thibodeau. You know, I hear other people pronounce your name, last name, Thibodeau. And I've been saying Thibodeau because the TH, there's a th, right? Am I wrong? Have I been saying it wrong this whole time? And is it, if I am wrong, is it okay if I just keep saying it the way that I say it? And if not, I will correct that completely. Present. Hi, Tim Rumble. Welcome in. It's good to see you. It is hot. It is very hot. Yeah, I turned my AC off so we didn't get the background noise. And I'm sweating already. So, yeah. Francisco, welcome in, Francisco. It's good to see you. Jan S. Hi, Jan. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy hump day. It's Wednesday. Middle of the week. Hi, Paige. Welcome in. Mr. Fulton Mraz, welcome in. Happy early birthday, it looks like. Christine Hickman. Chat skipped on me. I feel so low, too. I have to lower my camera, so you might have to excuse me for a second. No, I'll just sit upright. No, I'm going to lower my camera. Christine Hickman, welcome in. And Kelly in the box, welcome in, Kelly. Good to see you. I was in a meeting. I just started. You're good. It's pronounced Thibodeau. No, that looks like the same spelling to me. But okay. Around Louisiana, the H is silent. Really? I had no idea. So do I have to say it the Louisiana way, or can I say it the Boston way? You tell me. All right, I'm going to adjust my camera because I feel really low. Give me a second. Camera off. Give me a second. Give me a second. Just gonna adjust. Woo! Don't want to adjust that much. Jeez Louise. All right, I'm back. I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Nobody move unless you have to. Then I totally understand. All right. Oh, well, that's better. Okay. All right. Welcome in, guys. So, yeah, it's been a while. A lot of things to catch up on. I have some pictures that I want to show you. Life has been lifing, let me tell you. So, talked a bit about before about how we planning on moving. And oh, that's right. I have friends that live up here that are flying out to Disneyland today. Super excited for them. Life just life. I've been very stressed. I've been very overwhelmed. A lot of things had been going on to the point where it's like, Jane Asheville, welcome in. You honor me when you pronounce the H. Yay! Thank you. Appreciate it. Going easy on me. Jane Asheville, welcome in. Thank goodness I'm not from Louisiana, or my name would be Timothy. The H is silent. Sure it is. I guess I didn't realize that getting a job takes such a long time. I just figure when you have credentials and you have something to offer someone, then someone's gonna want you, right? Oh, stupid, foolish little girl. Yeah, so Jason's still job hunting. And the plan is we're still moving, but it's like a catch-22. Like, you can't move without a job, but you can't get a job without an address, like without moving. We found this apartment complex, and we were like, what if we could do like apartment living for a little while? Then we read the reviews, and we were like, bed bugs and mice and cockroaches. I don't know cockroaches, but I just threw that in there. But that was a hard no for me. A, I'm allergic to cockroaches. Oh gosh, I can't even say cockroaches correctly. And B, I've had bed bugs because I was a camp counselor at a camp in a cabin that had bed bugs one summer, and never again. My body doesn't react very well to bed bugs, and I end up needing to go on antibiotic because, yeah, fun stuff. So that was out the window. But you have a budget and you have like a price range, and the economy right now in certain areas are just like. And southern New Hampshire is definitely one of those areas. But we did manage. We've been managing to get out there and to look around and stuff and to just kind of explore. The main reason that we're wanting to move is A, location, B, school system. My kids need a better school system. My oldest mainly needs a really good high school. Not the one, I'm not going to go into detail, but not the one that they were at previously. She's not special needs, but she's got learning disabilities that require more than what she's been offered. Like, I basically had them tell me, like, she'll always be behind her entire life, which really pissed me off because I have two kids that started off in the school system a few grades behind, or at least a grade behind, and they had IEPs, which is like a basic, like, extra help stuff, I guess. And both of them are neither on those assistants anymore. In fact, my middle child, who's 7th grade, going into 8th grade, my oldest is going into high school. My oldest is the one that really needs the extra help. My middle child, when she eased off of the resource program, she got high honor roll, all 90s. So you can't tell me that my oldest will always have an IEP. I was really mad about that. Mark F., welcome in. It's good to see you. I'm going to make sure I keep checking chat. But if I miss you, keep talking. And I appreciate you guys. I see you, Mike. Thank you. I appreciate it. So life is very frustrating right now. To the point where, like, I was so overwhelmed even doing too much YouTube stuff. modding. If I'm a mod for you, I apologize. I've reached out to a few of you, but I apologize to you because I'm useless mod right now. I'm backing away from everything. I even told Pete like I need to back away from any committee I'm on except for the Hall of Fame recognition, and I'm still doing Fridays and Sundays, but everything else like I had to back away. Like I'm not even going into mod chats anymore hardly because it's overwhelming. Like my Instagram messages, like I go in and I have like 26 Instagram messages. Some are for individuals and for those that send me things to make me smile or make me laugh. Thank you, I appreciate that. But the group messages and everything, it's like I took all of last week off. I think it was last week. Yeah, today's Wednesday. Last week, like I didn't even check my Instagram messages, except for like a couple of individual ones that I had to, because it is my business account for my photography. Um, and the rest I just left it. And like I didn't go into streams. I wasn't streaming. I popped into a chat and I didn't say anything. I just watched. And it was just the most peaceful thing on the planet to just step back and observe and just not be involved in something that requires energy, I guess. Not that you guys aren't worth it. That's not what I mean. I just mean like I needed to reset my brain. And I have to do that every so often. That's just how I am. I have to reset myself. Because I was literally like spiraling, like with overwhelm and stress. Um, so yeah, that's kind of where I've been at. If you are the praying kind, I appreciate prayers for a job for Jason, job for me, housing. I can't get a job until I know what area I'm going to be in living so that I could get a job. So there's that. Um, Jason had a business trip down to Texas. So last week my kids were at camp. That was the week I took the week to myself. And this is a message for anybody. So like I don't know if anybody else has I talked to a couple people about this I know have ADHD. And just to see like if it's just me or if it's an ADHD thing, Debbie Thuner, welcome in. Um or if it's like a normal people thing, well, normal people, but non-ADHD, everyone's normal. Normal is relative. Um, I will never call anybody normal or not normal in a negative sense. Normal is all relative. Um, and so I worked in on useless. I absolutely object to saying you are nothing short of amazing. Mental health days are completely okay. Just let me and Cakes know next time. 301 messages. So can we discuss that? Because Jason, Ghosty, welcome in. It's good to see you. During that time period, like I wasn't not checking my text because I was replying to text messages. But in one sitting, we had Cakes and Damon and I have a group text for, just bouncing ideas off each other for our Friday night things when we do Bama vs. Boston. I came in one day to 301 text messages from the both of them. So that's what she's talking about, which literally was hilarious. But oh my gosh, in reading through it was just like, what's happening? I believe it was 302. Look, you two can argue about if it was 301 or 302. Have at it. I don't know. What did Debbie Thunert say? Let me see. We just bought a house. Debbie, congratulations. I'm so excited for you. See, that inspires me. That rejuvenates my hope, and that it takes away that discouragement that it's there. Hope does not disappoint us, right? But anyways, so yeah, I took that time off. Jason went on a business trip. He left, so this is the week before. This is like this is 4th of July week. So he left on Monday, and he was supposed to be back on Wednesday. We were going on vacation on Thursday, which was July 3rd. Yeah. I said to him, because you have a feeling, like you just know certain things. So I said, I betcha I said, what if you're not back in time? I didn't say betcha. I said, what if you're not back in time? I already paid for the hotel. This was a semi-vacation, semi-house hunting type thing. Couldn't stay at our in-laws because my in-laws are renovating their house and it's upside down, and we were not adding to the chaos. In fact, Jason, when he asked his father-in-law in jest, because we knew we weren't going to do it, but he asked him in jest, "So you got room at the inn?" And his dad just cracked up laughing, like we knew it, and we knew it was done. My poor mother-in-law, she's going crazy because she's just not used to her house being upside down. Who is, right? Anyways, I was trying to get your advice. So you guys, that's what I was doing. I totally remembered. When your head, you guys ever get this feeling like when life just gets so overwhelming and your head just gets like, you feel so much pressure in your ears and you feel like your head's gonna explode? And I get like this ringing in my ears, and I know it's not like, I know it's physical, but it's not like medical physical. I know it's like emotional and mentally just attacking from stress and overwhelm. But anyways, so that was happening. And when that happens, I know I have to take a step back. And I have to prioritize. As I'm not always the best at prioritizing, I'm not always the most responsible person. I've gotten a heck of a lot better in the last couple of years, 100%. And I do want to update you real quick, just so you know, my bathroom now has a subfloor. When I do my kitchen over, I'm sending my wife away for 2 weeks. Highly recommended. I've been living in a rental project for the past 5 years. We're going to leave it at that. But I finally have a subfloor in my bathroom, like a brand new subfloor. So the update on the bathroom. Anyways, Mike 88, welcome in. It's good to see you. So Jason went to Texas. I had a feeling that he was not going to make it on Wednesday. Got to the job. The job said, Jason says, "I need to pull this cover off so I can do my job." The people at the job said, "We can't do that." Or they said they wouldn't do that. They basically said no. And he was like, "Well, I came all the way down here for nothing. I can't do my job if you don't remove this cover." They were like, "Oh, sorry." Pretty much. That's how the conversation went. So Jason called his boss back up here and was like, "I can't do anything." And so he was like, "Come home." So he had some time before his flight, and the next day he went to, later on that night he finds out his flight was canceled. And he's like, "How is my flight canceled? This is Tuesday night. Why is my flight canceled? I need to go home." Yay, American Airlines. So he calls the guy up, and they're trying to work their way. They finally got him like the next flight, which was 11 o'clock on Wednesday night. And I was like, "I knew you were not going to be home on Wednesday." So he spent Wednesday, he went over to NASA, and he was super excited because he got to do that. And when in Rome, right? Go have fun. You can't do anything else. Checked out of the hotel, went over to NASA, spent the day there. I was heading over to the airport to board his flight, and his flight's been delayed. It'll be there by this time, delayed. It'll be there by this time, delayed. By like, I don't even know what time it was. And I had Dame dystopia. Like, I'm like, "I need sanity. What does this all mean? Where is this flight? He can't find his flight." And I'm just like completely, because we were talking already, and I'm like, I'm bringing you guys into this, my stress right now. And we're like trying to figure out like where his plane is and whatever. Turns out that the weather was inclement and ended up giving him a flight to Dallas, and then to Iowa, and then to Chicago, and then to Syracuse. So he got home at like 11:30 in the morning, on Thursday, we were going to go over to Gloucester, and we were going to watch the parade and the fireworks. We've done it before. We really like it. And then I was just like, you're going to be exhausted. I'm not making you drive an hour over to Gloucester, however long it takes, from the hotel that we were staying at. So the town that we were staying in had fireworks, and I was like, we're just going to lay low tonight. Go down the street to the fireworks where they were. It was really nice. It was really nice. I got pictures I'll show you guys after I'm done talking about it. Gloucestershire, pretty much. Gloucestershire sauce. Sounds like plane, trains, and automobiles. Yeah, Kelly, that's pretty much how he felt, I think. Without seeing the movie and just knowing what I know of it, yeah. That was a fun night, right, Dame? That was a great all night. And Cakes was completely not helping at all. But that's okay, because he's comic relief, so there you go. We all have to make our mark somewhere in this world. So, we finished up the fireworks. It was a 30-minute fireworks show. It was the best that I've ever seen. And dare I say, even better than the Boston Pops. I hate to say, like, Boston Pops, I guess, they do a 45-minute show. And they're nice, especially when you get to watch them on TV and they show you the aerial shots and everything. You get the music, and it was really nice, you know. But these fireworks were just, none of them disappointed. I learned some tricks on my phone, how to take firework photos on my phone, because the trick with firework photos, you want to slow down the shutter speed so that the fireworks are cascading down and they look smooth. And I figured out how to do that on my phone, and I snagged some good photos, which I'll show you after I go through the weekend. And so that was that was July 3rd. So July 4th, we were torn between going over to Hampton, New Hampshire. I grew up going to Hampton. It's one of the places on the Hampton region, and I'll talk about that real quick. So certain places have co-ops. Districts will have co-ops. So in New Hampshire, you have like the Exeter co-op, which is like 6 towns, including Exeter surrounding, that all have the same high school. Then you have the Hampton co-op. So it's like 5 or 6 towns around Hampton, Northampton, Southampton, Hampton Falls, Seabrook, that all have the same high school system. Those two are really some of the best. Besides Portsmouth, Portsmouth is number 1 in the county of where we want to go. And you got Salem, who is just solely Salem, New Hampshire school district, and then you got Wyndham. So those are the top 4 school districts that we were looking at. And so we were thinking, and like I said, I grew up going to Hampton Beach as a kid. I was like, you know what? We can do either Salem, Massachusetts, or we can do Salem, New Hampshire. And, you know, we hadn't been to Salem and Mass in a while, so we decided to go over, went to the beach, went to Dead Horse Beach. And the reason why it's named Dead Horse Beach is because way back in the day, in the 1600s and whatnot, they would bury the horses in that channel. Don't worry, I didn't run into any dead horses or any skeleton bones or anything like that. But it was beautiful. It was just absolutely beautiful, especially low tide. It was very windy, though. It was very, very windy, but it's okay. The water was nice. So we spent half the day there, and then we made our way over to downtown Salem to get a parking spot, pull up the camping chairs, pick our spot on the lawn. They had a nice stage set up, and they were playing, they had a band that was playing, Broadway tunes and everything, kind of like what the Boston Pops does. Are you a new streamer? Who? William, welcome in. I'm not a new streamer. I've been doing this for... Oh, Chris! That's Chris Curtis. Hi, Chris! Yeah, I feel new at this point. My eyes were, playing tricks on me. I was like, who is that? My gosh, I didn't even read that right. Yeah, it's been a bit. So, the sun started setting. I took a walk around the little shopping area, I found a really nice pair of, not these, but I found a really nice pair of sea glass earrings that match a sea glass necklace that I had. So I was like, well, that's a score. So that was nice. We sat down, more people were around us, and it was great. It was great until the stage got flooded with politicians who just wanted to talk about politics, and I wasn't there for politics. Sorry, I'm not. I'm all set with that. I stopped watching Grammys and Oscars and all that stuff because of politics. I don't want to hear politics. We're here to have a good time, to celebrate the birth of our country, and you throwing in politics. I hate it. So sorry. Pet peeve. Pet peeve. Pet peeve. I'll say it 100 times over. And anyways, so besides that, it was really nice. It cooled off a bit. And then came in the pot smokers. If you smoke weed, that's fine. That is totally fine. I'm allergic to cigarette smoke. Thanks, Mom. And it just airborne irritants kill my lungs. I can't do it. And that's all I smelled around me was the smells of cigarettes. And I do love the smell of the clove cigarettes and cigars. Oh my gosh, I love that smell. Anyway, sorry, sidetrack. But we just couldn't breathe. And the fireworks were only like 15, 20 minutes, and the grand finale was puny. So that's my review of the Salem, Massachusetts fireworks on 4th of July. Go in October, even though it's crowded. It's spooky, and it's fun. I know I'm going to regret saying any of this later. I don't want to offend anybody. I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just saying, like, it's overwhelming when you're in, like, clouds. Like, I thought I got contact high because, like, my eyes were all red and glossed over afterwards. And I was like, whoo. And growing up, my friends were pot smokers, and I would sit in the vehicle with them with the windows up while they would fishbowl the car. I wasn't the smartest person on the planet, but with being, an asthmatic and everything. I digress. And I know a lot of marijuana is used for medical use, so there's nothing against anybody that does that, but I just can't breathe. I can't breathe around any of that stuff. So, did you have the munchies? I didn't. So I know it really didn't affect me. Just my eyes were burning, and they were watery for like a day after that, the whole day. Anyway, Saturday, we finally made our way over to Hampton Beach. Spent the day on the beach. I found this cute little Mediterranean place on the beach. I have a picture of what it looked like on the inside. So I'm offended. I'm offended that you didn't know who I was when I came along and chat. I'm sorry, Chris. It's been a while since I've chatted. I didn't fully look at the name. I only saw the blue with the wrench, and I knew it was one of my mods, and my brain just went into like poof mode. I don't know. So yeah, I see I'm good. Clearly. So we went to Hampton Beach, spent the day at the beach, cute little Mediterranean place, and then we went over to Canopy Lake. Canopy Lake Park is like the Northeast Disney, I'm gonna say. It's beautiful, it's nice, and it rivals Disney, I kid you not. I love the way a cherry tobacco pipe smells. It reminds me of my great-grandfather in college football. That's awesome. I do. Yeah, I had many family members that smoked like tobacco pipe or a cigar, and I do agree. I do. I have a tiny little affinity for that smell, but small doses. Cause yeah, health. Yay. Anyways, so we spent the night at Canopy Lake, and I took some really cool shots. They have the Taylor Swift experience, which is basically fake Taylor Swift, but she was really good. I found her on Instagram. Her name is Olivia. She is really good. She's worth going to see if you have kids that are Swifties, or if you are a Swiftie. Even if you're not a Swiftie, I'm not a Swiftie. but I can appreciate her lyrics and some of her music. And so I can tolerate it. I went live on Instagram. It's somewhere. I wouldn't. It's not letting me post because it's copywritten music. Copyrighted. It's copyrighted music. But it was good entertainment. It was nice. So, and then we came home on Sunday. So that was the basic gist of what our vacation looked like. We went around the area. We looked at and driving around and looked at some places and whatnot, and in between doing all that. But yeah, so that's what it was like. I want to show you some of the photos I took. I am, I like showing you guys the photos. The 2 photos that I took that are on the thumbnail, I took those 2 photos. Let me see. Let me share. They changed so many things around on StreamYard. I'm just like, what? All right. So let me, here we go. So these are some of the fireworks where we were saying this was the thumbnail image. Can you guys see that okay? Yeah, you can. So, like I said, the creamy overflow effect. And then you have the fireworks that do like the crackle. And I love those. And I love, you ever see those memes that say like, no one's ever going to look at, no one cares about your firework photos. No one looks at firework photos. I do. I love looking at firework photos, especially if it has like a scene around it and it tells a story. And this story said these were really amazing fireworks. And they rescued me from not giving my kids a good night with fireworks. So just use a Swiffer. Does that count? A Swiffer duster. So it's more fireworks. All right. I only threw in 3 of the fireworks that were some of my favorites. This was the beach that I was at. So this is Salem, Massachusetts. You get the bridge in the distance. It's a harbor. You get all the boats around. I love it. It's one of my favorite views to just sit and watch the boats. Over to the side, you have Salem Willows, which is just a beautiful park area. They've got a seafood shack. They got public restrooms. And they have a whole strip of like amusements and arcades and restaurants. And it's just beautiful. You've been there, Debbie. That's awesome. So Debbie knows. All right. So we ate at this restaurant that night. Finn's is the restaurant. Doug, where you at? And Cakes, and Jeff Condon's not here. I know he's busy, but I know it's not really a Jimmy Buffett thing, but I totally think of Jimmy Buffett when I see this restaurant. Last time I ate at this restaurant, it was with my grandmother and my aunt. My grandmother has since passed. And so we wanted to bring the kids back. There's Doug. But so you know who this guy is, right? Finn's to the right. And you're the only maid in town. Mr. Pickle. Mr. Pickle goes way back. Who bought me Mr. Pickle? Joy. Thank you. My brain. Joy bought me Mr. Pickle way back in the day. The shorts were so graciously provided by Soul Cargo. She made him cute little outfits. So adorable. So I made him an Instagram. He has his own Instagram account. If anybody has a link for that, please feel free to drop it in the chat for me. When we go on trips, he was gone for a couple of years because I just lost the energy to take a picture with him in it and post it. But he's back on Instagram. I posted, and so I had to get that photo. All right, this was Lola's Kitchen. This was a cute little Mediterranean place that we found in Hampton. It was really good. She had cabbage rolls. Oh my gosh. They were so good. They were absolutely The spinach pies, oh my goodness, everything was so good. There's my son buried himself in the sand. Yeah. I have other photos too. I didn't include too many of them. Dodge 'em. This was the bumper cars at Canopy Lake. The glass is clearly dirty, but I liked the way this looked. Through the glass, I took a photo. I get the reflection from behind me. I thought it was really cool. Is that a pickle in your hand? Are you happy to see me? Both, Kelly. Anyways. And look, where's Angie? I found Summerween at Canopy Lake. Giant pumpkin. It's just a cutie. Cute little house. Cute little pumpkin house. And there's a video I took. Is the video gonna play? The video might not play. To give it a second. It was an otter. At least that's what one of the employees at Canopy thought it was an otter. Jason was like, "You sure it's not a beaver?" I don't know. But that's my first live in-person otter. Besides, like, seeing them at, like, a zoo and stuff. I don't remember if I've even seen them at zoos. No, I think I have. But there you are, just swimming in the lake, because Canopy Lake Park. It's on Canopy Lake. So it was really cute. Disneyland fan, Steve, welcome in. I click on your name and highlight you, but I can't, because I gotta do this. So these are pictures from Salem. This is the Sail Loft building in Salem. Stage was over here. The Friendship of Salem is the ship. It's a replica. That's usually docked right here, but it's gone for refurbishments, so it wasn't there. Fireworks were down this wharf all the way down. Oh, that's me. Why did I put this one in there? Me just enjoying the ocean? I have no idea. Sure, we'll go with that. This is also Photo Canopy Lake. I love the silhouette of the boat and the trees. The sun was going down, and so the sun was over here, and then the cues were just casted on the water, and I loved it. I thought it was really pretty. And it got really dark. Kid you not. I don't even think I really touched this one up all that much. I think I just brought out some of the color in it, but sky got dark, sun was setting, was going down. So I walked around a bit just to take sunset photos, because my kids were going on all the roller coasters and the rides that I can't go on. So I took photos. This one, I love this one. This one just screams nostalgia to me. I love it so much. It got dark. It did. And so this ride, the tea party, was like, it's like kind of like, sort of like Splash Mountain. You go up, you go through this like tube thing. I don't know if I included the pictures. F. Condon, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. And so, and then you go around and then come down and splash, and it was really nice. So see, yeah, you go up here, and then you come down this tube, and you make a splash. And I really loved it, because the splash with the sunsetting, it was just really cool. So, and then I got a margarita. That was a good margarita, by the way. That was I want another one of those margaritas. And then we went over to the Taylor Swift experience in the little concert pavilion, and enjoyed the show. Went on a few more rides, and then we went back to the hotel. And that was it. That was a vacation. So it was nice. But anyways, so that's been life. And then so since we got back, it's literally just been me chugging away, trying to get things packed up, so at least we're ready to go when we're ready. We'll see what happens. I started taking a food safety handling, whatever, however you want to word it, course, to, so that a lot of the stuff that I already knew, but some things a little bit more info than I didn't know, like I learned. So, and I'm going to work towards bartending license, even though it's not required in New Hampshire. I wonder if it's going to look good on a resume to say, hey, I'm certified. You can train me if you like. I mean, I think those things kind of look good, you know? So it shows initiative too. So anyways, my website, got that going. Switched things around, shifted things. Thanks to Dame Dystopia for helping me with the eyeball, the extra set of eyes, and eyeballing certain things on that website, because sometimes I get overwhelmed or my creativity goes out the window. And so she was so helpful. And that's kind of it. That's what's been going on. Tina, you can do a tips class online for about 75. Yes, that is what I'm gonna do, Jeff. Actually, I think it's only 38. I don't know if it's like half price season or something, but the course that I saw was like 78. So I'm gonna finish this food and safety course first. I'm on like lesson 5, and I feel like I just need to go back and watch it again, because I feel like I spent $10 and I might not pass the exam. And it doesn't expire until next year, so I can just go back and review it and take it again. It's not, it's not a big deal, but that's the goals, all the goals. So location, job, school starts in one school system on August 25th. School starts in another school system on the 25th and the 26th, which is so bizarre to me. George's Cook, welcome in. Because here in upstate New York, we start 4 days after, right? After certain schools back in New England go back to school. But in New England, they get out of school June 10th. One was June 10th, one school system, and the other school system was June 12th. But New York doesn't get out of school until the end of June. But the amount of hours required by each state for schooling is the same, 180 hours. The math ain't mathin'. When I sat down and wrote out like pros of staying, or is it the pros of reasons for leaving? Basically, the cons were pros, if that makes any sense. Like, the cons of leaving were actually the pros of leaving, if I can even make that any sense. Jason needing a better job, us needing to be in a better area, school system for our kids. Our house is too small. We've outgrown our home. We're crammed, and it's about, we're ready to go. So yeah, so that's been my life. So if I'm in and out, sorry, it's 3:30. That means Jason's on his way home. If I'm in and out of streams and MIA a lot of the time, it's because I'm readjusting my focus, or it got noisy in my head and I needed to take a break and step back. But so you guys know, I'm here. So far, I'm not moving. We're moving back to New England to be closer to our families. So that's the idea. But anyways, is it only 3:39? I only talked for 40 minutes. That's not bad. I thought I would go longer than that. So anyways, all right. There's a lot of friends that are live tonight. In case you do not know, Joy's going at 8. Diz and That's going at 9. Pete and Chris will be live after Diz and That. Band-Aids, the Band-Aid brand to start. That's right. This explains why I haven't gotten any memes and videos, etc. Exactly, explains why. Yeah, because life has been lifing. So I still love you guys. I'm still here. I'm just overwhelmed, and I don't do overwhelm. very well at all. And so just trying to prioritize life and make things happen. So, yeah, if I haven't told you, I found a great place for local brews where you're looking. Text me that information, please, Jeffrey. I'd appreciate it. And if you know any housing, let me know that too, because that would be great. That's not like astronomically expensively up the wazoo, because it is crazy. It is crazy. Movie Mania Nick, welcome in. Damn. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys. I do appreciate you guys. There's a couple of places that I really like up there too. Like I've already scouted. The areas are just that we've looked at. Like I love. Like we drove like all through Hampton. I have some friends that live in Hampton Falls. I have a friend that lives in Seabrook. And it's just beautiful. And it's like, I like reprogram my brain. Like I sit back and I evaluate like what are my motives? What am I doing? Yeah, it's back home. Yeah, it's the ocean, and yeah, scenic. Scenery wise, it's what I love and what I grew up with and what I miss. But yeah, it's also to make better life for my family, so for my kids. So, anyways, I didn't realize you were on. Hi, Mama D. Welcome in. I was going to be on at 5. I had to push it up to 3 because I just have so much to do that I just couldn't do 5 o'clock. So I even debated not going live tonight. I was not in a good state, like mentally, before I came on, and then I kept thinking of like, thanks, Jeff. I kept thinking of things, all the things, positive things, and I had a good chat with Dame, and that really helped. So sometimes you feel like there's like you feel like you've hit rock bottom, and I know things could be so much worse than what they are, but when you're in the midst of it, it doesn't always seem like that. But there's hope. So anyone that's struggling, do any of that, hang on to the hope. So, all right, I'm gonna go. I'm sweltering. Faith. That's right, Faith. I have to go turn my AC on and strip because I'm sweltering. I shouldn't do a workout, but I should. Things could always be worse. That's the phrase that's been like circulating through my head the last month. Things could always be worse. Things could always be worse. These could always be worse. So, yeah. Anyways, all right. Oh, Zanlax, did I miss you? Hi, Zanlax. Just don't fall into a life of crime like that cruise lady. I don't even know what's been going on with that. I'm out of the loop on everything, it seems like. So I apologize. I'm out of the loop. But, yeah. All right, guys. I hope you have a great day. You are very much loved and appreciated. So, think of a wonderful thought, any merry little thought. Bye. Oh, no, I was going to talk about the other thing. I'll save that for another one. Maybe I'll do afternoon antics tomorrow. Yeah, I was already saying my goodbyes. I'll leave it for tomorrow or Friday. We'll see. All right. Bye, guys. Life does not need more chickens. Okay, yeah, it does, but it doesn't at the same time.